Hey, hi everybody. Um, Thank you for popping on here for a second. I'm not going to keep you too long today. I'm just in a schmood and I wanted to speak with my people, really just kind of about my mindset and how things are going. So, as I sit here in my cardigan and my t shirt, um, today is a big day for me. It always is. Wednesdays are packed in regards to, these are the days that I work out with my clients, take a lot of questions, take a lot of different calls, and also maintain a whole bunch of other stuff, between the house, the kids, my husband, and, just being a sister, daughter, and friend. So I'm excited to come on here and chat because I'm doing a lot of calls, for new clients, which is super exciting. And it's also the start of the new year. And I just cannot say enough how much courage it takes to, get on the phone and talk to someone about, different things that you're feeling about yourself. Some of them are uncomfortable and not everybody knows me, so it can be, kind of awkward for a person, and it just takes a lot of courage for people to, in general, speak to what they're going through and what they have been striving to change. And I just want to give mad props to those people. And as I mentioned, if you're new to this group, I will be reaching out to you, probably through the DM, just to check with you and see, what types of things that you need, what types of things you want to see in this group, because we're all busy. We're business women, we're moms, we're career focused. We have a lot going on, so we don't have time for much. So I appreciate your time. And I just want to speak on, I've been posting a lot this week, just about that inner voice. And I think so much of the time, when we're growing up, and I know that this happened for me. My parents were very, very vocal about, who we hang out with and different things that those people would say, and, just those types of influences and those impacts on us. And really, what I've come, kind of full circle with, really this week has just been about you spend all the time with you as well. So even though you might be silent or you might not be talking a whole lot, the thoughts that you have, they carry a lot of weight. And sometimes that's even physical weight. Just in terms of how you show up and different things that you allow yourself to physically do, because of that thought in your head that's like, well, I should be doing this or I should be doing that. And, I am working hard on this too, pretty much every day, to just say, I'm doing what I should be doing and not worrying about, I don't struggle with comparing myself with others at all. I am my own worst critic. I am my own biggest competition. I always want to be better than myself. But sometimes, with that type of drive and push, you can just overwhelm and outwork yourself. So, I will just share something that's really, really helped me a lot. And I didn't start doing probably until like the last 6 months, is just, you know, starting with gratitude in the morning. I have a little notepad, by my bed, and it's nothing fancy. It's just literally a sticky pad. And I just try to write out 5 things that I'm grateful for, and a lot of times I end up repeating myself because I just am so thankful for my family, and I'm so thankful for health, and I'm so thankful for, being able to work. But, sometimes, just starting off in that mind place keeps me for a little while. And then when I get overwhelmed at some point during the day, because it happens to all of then, when I get overwhelmed at some point during the day, because it happens to all of us, and I start thinking about, well, I should have had this many calls by now. I should have scheduled this many meetings. I should have hammered through the list, that mental list. And I start beating myself up on why I'm, not the best mom or not the best friend or not the best sister. I can think of a million things, and then I just have to stop myself. And that's usually when it's actually, instead of me pressing myself to go harder, that's usually the time that I need a break. I need to go for a walk. I need to call, my mom. I need to, have a pause, give myself a break, because the mental part is seriously heavy. So I'm really, really grateful. My life is by far not about planning meals or working out or running marathons or anything like that, even though I think all of those things are super cool. You should see my Pinterest. Hey, you should see my Pinterest, because it's just boards of should. I should have these cool, like, Christmas holiday and Monday treats, or notes in the kids' lunch boxes. It's full of shoulds, and I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with dreaming or wanting better, etc. But I'll just say, as my own, I'm talking to myself here. I can't allow that to make me feel bad about what is not. I want to get better, and I have things I want to work on. But I don't have all the answers, and sometimes, what seems like a quick fix or a quick answer is not coming as quickly, and I just can't, allow myself to beat myself up for that. So I wanted to share that here in this group, because we are here to win. We are here to help each other. Last week was very, very difficult, especially for those of us who live here in the DMV, and just dealing of the fallout of the attacks that happened at our U.S. Capitol. And there was a lot of fear. There's still a lot of fear and anxiety around that. And I talk a lot about that in this group, especially as a woman of color, Black female. I've got my own anxiety and my own fears, and I I want this to be a safe place for people to understand the impact of, dealing with that type of stress and anxiety, especially when it comes to your wellness, your health, your nutrition. And, I saw in the comments, some people, they overeat, when they're bored, some when they're just particularly sad about things, some when they're stressed, some when, it's always different extremes. But I think, like I've always been able to share, is when you have a plan, especially in regards to your fitness and health, when you go AWOL, you know exactly where to return to. And it's going to happen. It's going to happen a lot. And, sometimes you just need the break. And with my clients, I encourage them, we don't overdo it, because I just don't believe in that life. I've lived that life. And, burning ourselves into the ground. We are, for the most part, parents, and employees and employers, and we've got enough on us, and we just need to have, give ourselves some grace. So I'm sorry I don't have any super helpful tips today in terms of, drinking water, eating protein, or, walking extra steps. But I feel like it's just as significant that you give yourself a break, and you remember every time that you tell yourself, I should be doing this, or, hey, I should be doing this, or, what if if you get lost in that land, that you remember, like, you're bad, you're awesome today. You're awesome right now today, even on your worst day. you wake up and you're flawless, as Beyonce would say. I don't wake up flawless by any means, but I'm just saying, everyone has the right to have a bad day, a bad week, sometimes even a bad month. But, as long as you have some type of plan, some type of accountability, a friend, a partner, someone who is going to be honest with you and share, constructive feedback with you, you're on the right path. So I want everybody to give themselves a great big old hug as we get ready to power through another week. And like I said, I'm super excited for the new members in this group. Thank you so much for joining us. And I promise, we'll get right back to your health and fitness. And I hope that you're getting your steps in today. Anyway, thank you so much. And I hope everyone has a blessed afternoon. And we'll be